Welcome back to the Working Faith Podcast, where we take a spiritual approach to career success. I'm your host, Jalyn Isley, and in this season of the podcast, we are going to be focused heavily on growing good fruit in our lives. So, over the next few episodes, you'll hear me talk about the fruit of the Spirit, things like love, peace, self control, joy. These are all gifts from God that shape how we show up in life. And this is important, they deliver consistent results in our careers. Now, the fruit of the Spirit has been my foundation for many years now. And when I came across older clips of me talking on this topic, I realized that every word still rings true today because faith works when you work it. So let's take a look at Jalyn from nearly a decade ago talking about the fruit of the Spirit and its impact on our lives. Hi, it's Jalyn back again with another teaching on the fruit of the Spirit and how it can help you achieve purpose and enjoy your life. So if you're joining us for the first time, the fruit of the Spirit is found in the Bible. It's found in Galatians 5:22 through 23. And it basically shares with us the transformation that takes place in our lives when we allow God to come in, take root, take control, and lead and guide us. Okay, so that is the transformation, the outward manifestation of allowing God to be in control and to live and reside within us. And the first few segments I talked about love. I really wanted to reiterate that God is love. And love is our power. Love is our life force. It gives us that power to become the person that God created us to be. And last week I talked about self-control. And self-control really is a reminder of that love. And it's the reminder that we have God residing in us. It's the reminder that we are God's creation and we have that power. And because of that, we can make the best decisions for our lives. We can choose things that actually take us toward our purpose, that allow us to achieve purpose, that allow us to share with each other and impact and influence and benefit not only just the people in our lives, but the world that we live in as well. So self-control really is a reminder of the love that God has for us. And because he's got that love for us, we've got the power to do what's in our best interest and to really utilize all the gifts and the talents and the resources that he's placed inside of us. Okay. And so this week I want to talk about joy. It's the holidays, we're moving into a new year. And for a lot of people, it's a really great time. For other people, it's one of the hardest times of the year for a number of different reasons. But regardless of the holidays, there are a lot of people who are searching for joy, and they are looking for joy in all the wrong places, looking outward instead of turning inward and seeking God to really be the source of that joy. And joy is the result of allowing God, aka love, to take root in your life. And when you have strong roots, think about a tree. When a tree has strong roots, it doesn't matter what storms come. It doesn't matter, what's taking place around that tree. That tree is not going to break. That tree is not going to be destroyed because the roots are so deep and so strong that tree remains grounded. And that's what I want to share with you all today as pertains to joy. Joy is the same thing. When you allow the power of love, when you allow the power of God to take root in your life and you let those roots grow deep and strong within you, then you won't be tossed. You won't be tossed to and fro. You won't be so distracted. You won't be so shaken by all the different things that are taking place in your life, okay? Whether it's, storms, whether it's people, whether it's, the different circumstances, you're not easily broken, okay? You're balanced, you're stable, okay? You're content, you're grounded because, no matter what's going on around you, God is working inside of you, and God is leading and guiding and directing and loving and favoring and blessing and prospering you um, every day, all day long. As long as you receive that. There are so many different things that happen to us in life, and so many reasons to cling to something outward to make us feel better instead of trusting God and resting on the joy that He has provided to us. The purpose of that joy is to keep us grounded when things take place in our lives. And whether they're good or whether they're bad, the whole point is for you to remain balanced and stable, because life's going to change. There are different things that are going to take place on a regular basis, but God's love doesn't change. Who He created you to be and your purpose in life, that doesn't change either. So you've got to be able to stand steadfast and to remain grounded and connected to God, so that you're able to withstand all the different things that take place in life, and you don't let external circumstances mold you or shape you. You let God's love do that. So that is why joy is so important. And I will share with you that, it's been particularly stressful for me the past couple of weeks, because things have not been working out in terms of some of my career choices. I'm in the process of trying to release this book, and it has been a stressful time period, because there are people who I thought I could rely on, and I haven't been able to rely on them. And I felt myself just giving into all the different things that were going wrong, instead of tapping in to the power of that joy and letting that ground me, and letting that keep me stable and keep me content and keep me focused, and also keep me trusting that God is going to that everything is in divine order. There are things that come up in our lives, and they are there to help us grow, help us learn, help us to mature. And it's a lot easier to do that when you know that you have that joy resting inside of you, when you can tap into that joy regardless of what's taking place in your life. So I just want to encourage you all today. If you are struggling with finding that joy, do not look outside, because you're not going to find it there. You're not going to find it shopping. You're not going to find it in relationships. You're not going to find it watching YouTube videos, or binge watching Netflix, or drinking, or indulging in recreational drugs. Like, you're not going to find that joy there. You're not going to find that joy that's going to keep you that's going to keep you grounded and keep you stable and keep you balanced and content. You're not going to find it externally. You've got to look within. You've really got to embrace and accept and receive the love that God has for you, and let that take root in your life. When things take place in your life that you may not that you perceive are not necessarily good for you, you've got to remember that nothing can destroy you if you don't let it. So I just want to encourage everyone today, tap into that love, because that love is what produces the joy, and the joy is what keeps you grounded. The joy is what keeps you protected. The joy is what keeps you focused on what you are trying to do and what you're trying to achieve. Okay? All right, so that's all that I have for you today. I am looking forward to talking to you all in the new year. We're about to move into 2018, and I am so excited about the different things that have taken place in 2017 and what will take place in 2018. And my only goal is to do whatever I can today to maximize today, to live life to the fullest today. And the joy actually allows me and you to do that. All right. So remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm on all of those various platforms. And I look forward to talking to you next week. Take care. Bye. If this message resonated for you, it's a sign that it's time for you to start growing your own good fruit. And if you're ready to get started, ready to move from being a hearer of the word to actually living the word, head over to workingfaith.com and grab your personal copy of the new book, Good Fruit, The Spiritual Diet for Success. I can't wait to see you at the next episode. Until then, remember to work your faith. Good day.